to Seattle.
Well, if you don't know, this is why you should watch. I saw this on the internet.
Yes.
We're supposed to talk about random old internet stories, but as things often do, we veer off into other stuff when the opportunity presents itself. I do got to say, I asked y'all to send funny old stories. It cannot be trending. Funny old stories to internet at Kev on Stage. This entire next 3 months is all from these emails. I didn't have to go search for anything. I went through the emails and all these stories were there. So shout out to y'all for suggesting topics with the article, though. Sometimes y'all, a couple people got a couple mixtapes, a couple resumes, a couple shout out. Like, bro, not for that. Somebody was like, God, you got 2 tickets to Tonight Show? I don't check this email until I'm about to do this show. They're talking about Tonight Show. Y'all know y'all in Louisville tonight. It's over with. Okay. Like, I know it's sold out. It ain't for that. Send the title and the subject and the link in there, and it ain't gonna get to me if it's anything else. All right, today's first topic, and also if you haven't seen the show, they don't know the topic of the story until I say it out loud, and then we talk. So today's story: wife chops off cheating husband's penis twice. Hell have no fury like a woman scored. A jealous wife in China chopped off her cheating husband's penis as he slept, then snuck into his hospital room after he had it sewn back on and hacked it off and tossed it out.
She said, I said what I said.
Wasn't a chop? She could just pull the string and it all unraveled.
Okay. I said what I said. Nobody told you to go get that fixed, sir. That's your problem.
You don't know how mad you are. You don't wait. He didn't cheat again. She didn't find him. She went to the post-op. Snuck in.
He needed security like
I said, oh, you got some little stitches, huh? Threw it out of the window again.
Threw it out the window.
32-year-old Fan Lung of Data 5 sealed his fate when he decided to use his wife's cell phone to send his secret lover a hot and heavy email.
Well, that was dumb.
His wife's cell phone.
Yeah, 32-year-old forgot to log out his account after the message was sent, which is how the 21-year-old wife, who is now under arrest for grievous bodily harm, came across a saucy message and snapped. She went berserk, grabbed a pair of scissors, snored into the bedroom, and cut off his penis while he was sleeping. Rushed to the hospital. His doctor was able to save the appendage and sew it back on, but Fang was able to sneak into the recovery room where she chopped his penis off a second time and threw it out the window. A shocked Lang chased his wife outside despite losing a lot of blood.
Could you imagine you just walking by the hospital with your drink and a whole poop around in it? Like, what in the...
And then you see the penisless man running through with the wife. I just assumed that they would have been older. 21, girl, you know how many more penises you gonna have?
Listen.
Like, what?
Here's my
Wow.
thing. I don't. If I can cut your penis off with scissors, I wouldn't have married you. I want it to be thick. I want it to be hard to cut. If I could just stoop,
Nobody want that anyway.
That's ridiculous.
Literally ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. I'm like,
That's hilarious, Jasmine. This worthless scissor cutting penis.
Yeah.
Well,
That's
at night
very
it's
true.
kind of a sleeping
It's a little
bag
slinky.
anyway, so it's probably easier to get through the meat.
little mushroom.
Yeah.
And
Why
the
the
second
scissors,
time,
though?
It's got to be them kitchen shears
I
because you
would've
can't do
thought
it
a knife,
no.
well, if it's in the house, they ain't like extra. They're not heavy duty if it's in the house.
But I mean, I feel like that's a lot of work versus like a knife. I feel like
I thought it was a knife
one.
until I read the article.
But
Depending on the knife, if you come
feel
down
like
with
if
enough
it's a
force.
hard-
But my thing is, if you're sleeping after that first snip, it should have just
Right,
been
did you not-
cut.
how did you
It
not
shouldn't have got all the way off. You should have got up and boxed her head straight off her shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
Then I'm like, did she take the same pair of scissors to the hospital? Like, how did this?
Yeah.
That's some. I mean, you gotta be pissed though to like go to the hospital. Like,
That's
then you gonna get it
believable to
sewn
me.
back on.
You're pissed the whole time.
Yeah.
You have to have a burning fire
Yeah.
to sneak into the room. Oh, what room is Fang in? I'm
his wife. Yeah.
He got a serious injury. That's my husband. 721. Thank
She
you.
said, never again. I bet you won't no more.
And like when you chop it off, you don't want him to use it no more. So the fact that they could save it would also be like,
Pissed her
hell
off,
no.
like,
Yeah.
You think you gonna live with?
But how? But the save. Like, I feel like the save couldn't have been that great. That man probably was still gonna have issues anyway.
Right.
No, I mean it's just a meat.
But it can't possibly.
Because they got to put all the vessels
nerve
down.
in
You
it.
gotta
muscle.
blow it off. They picked it up off the street.
You probably lost half an inch.
They licked it like a little kid, like you do a little kid snack. You lick it, you put it in your mouth, and then you put it back on.
They washed it off.
No.
And then all you gotta do is hook up the urethra back up.
That's all you gotta do, Kev.
The body knows, man. The body, that little urethra came to connect itself. She
But I
probably
feel
didn't have
like
to
it
cut
won't
it.
work the same.
No.
He ain't gonna be able to move that thing the same. Like you could have
Yeah.
just let him go on about his little
They
life.
cut off with scissors. It probably we wouldn't do no
Because
damage.
it's jagged. Actually,
It's jagged edge.
It's
Yeah.
so.
It ain't gonna get hard at the
It's-
top, just the bottom.
She said, if I'm gonna go to jail for this crime,
I'm going.
right.
What
You
torture?
ain't gonna be back out here with penis and I'm locked up.
Listen, baby, you gotta
I didn't
understand.
think about that.
That's
I only
what you
get hard
not
from the
gonna
bottom.
Okay, you gotta make your way all the way down.
Oh my god.
What a terrible, torturous thing. I only get hard from the bottom, baby. I'm gonna stuff it in, but then I'm gonna hold it. You gotta hold it. It's just gonna be the top gonna be flopping around.
Don't suck too hard now.
That might be different sensation though. Like I never had that thing going left to right. That thing doing the John Wall.
Oh
They
my
have it going
gosh.
crazy. You ain't never had twice. He had twice baked potato Peen.
Not the refried beans.
Oh my God.
That is terrible.
I am finished. I'm just. Oh man.
Have y'all ever been that mad at a man?
No.
That's crossed your mind? What's the worst? What's the worst have you done? Have you even bust windows? Obviously, I don't. I feel like you might have it in you. Based on the
Detroit
stories we heard
definitely
from
bust
you.
the window.
What?
Kanisha, if it was Bone, if she was with a nigga from Bone,
Oh, I've kicked the door in and hopped the gate. I've done a lot.
you kicked the door in?
Let me tell you something. Okay, so this is what happened. Now, I'm not saying no names because I know how I go, but I talk about them all the time, right? So women, we have intuition, and I used to help him coach his football program, and I didn't go that day, right? And out of nowhere, he was just like, man, I really wish you was here. And I didn't trust it. I only lived 10 minutes down the street. Because it's like, why you wish I was there? So,
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just randomly. He should.
Hold on, Kanisha, before you go on.
What?
The fact that he said, I wish you was here, set you off?
Yes.
Nigga, you missed me? Something ain't right.
Yeah.
I see this nigga all the time. Like, why would you just
Yeah.
randomly in the middle of practice, you supposed to be somewhere? Why you not focused on the boys? Like, that's just weird to me because I be there with him. He be focused. So it triggered me. So we only live 10 minutes down the street, right? So we'll call him Kenny.
Yeah.
So I get there and the lights is on at the house, right? And so I'm yelling from the thing, Kenny, he don't say nothing. So we still to this day don't know how I got over the spike gate because he have the spike gate.
How
And
you
I,
got-
yeah,
we don't know how
still
you
don't
got
know.
over it?
Flip flops and pajamas. I still don't know how I got over the gate to this day. I
Rage.
swear.
Knocked over the gate.
All I know is I'm knocking at the door, right? And he come out, and when a muffin come out the door and shut it behind him and stand in the hallway, you already know that it's about to go down. I was like, what's up? I thought you was at practice. Yeah, he was like, yeah, but Soror, because we're sorority, he's my fraternity brother. Soror needed to use the bathroom, so I let her come up. So I'm like, oh, who's here? He was like, oh, you don't know. This is on my child's life, y'all. Before he said, you don't know, I kicked the door in, right?
And flip-flops.
Okay. She's sitting there looking at pictures. Now, she was looking at it. And I just remember, I kid you not, she's freezing. And because I was blowing his phone up, and I ran up on her. I was like, so this Mr. Reason, you not answering the... Y'all, when I tell you,
me, Kanisha.
she would not...
Please don't trigger me right now. My nigga.
See that Detroit was
I don't take too kind to bitches being in my face.
Okay.
I don't
said,
take too
"Hold
kind
on."
to female comedians because I don't do it all. My nigga.
I just got it.
My nigga.
Open the match back up. Open the match back up.
Keisha, like, I can't do this. I can't do this act out. I can't do this act out with you.
Okay.
It's too real for me.
Because she kept going.
Can't do it. Cut. I can't. It's too
Oh,
real
shit.
for me.
Woo, okay.
Oh, really wish I was there. So, so the girl is not moving from the pictures, right? And he's dragging me down the hall. Next thing I know, I'm outside beating in the girl car. She trying to drive away. It was crazy.
Why her car though?
Yeah.
Because-
I never understand why the person involved get the smoke.
Because I'm leaving. I mean, she was.
So you mad that she was
No, but people be trying to act like if the other person know that you in a relationship or something, they get a little smoke.
Fair.
Don't
fair.
act like they don't
If
get
they
no
know.
smoke.
Yeah.
They get a little bit of smoke.
If they
Yeah.
know, fair.
And I
Yeah.
mean, we wasn't official, but listen, I was seeing.
Oh,
you.
y'all wasn't official. Oh,
Well, we didn't have
Like
a title,
only
but we
official
was
friend or
official.
family.
We was together, but we wasn't. You know what I'm saying? We didn't have. I was helping this nigga with his son. Fuck that.
I was picking little Junior up from school.
That's official as it gets. Once you cut a sandwich in half,
Yeah.
we together.
yeah.
I cut that nigga sandwich in half. We together. What are you
Period.
talking about?
So,
Can you pick him up? Nigga, I love you.
Yes.
It's our family.
Yeah.
You playing with our family now.
yes.
Fuck that nigga with his son. That's real.
Yeah, that's real.
Okay.
You know, gave this little nigga some grapes.
Okay. You done held his hand and walked with him.
God.
Listen.
What about you, Keisha? What's the furthest you gone?
I've never bust out a window.
Okay.
I may have keyed a fleet of cars.
Fleet?
Because once you do one and then you do two, then it's like, oh, I can't leave the other one. So then,
Dang.
it's like,
First of all, niggas with cars.
he was like,
shout
I'm
out
going
to
to the
Keisha.
police. I was like, explain to the police how you got 3 cars, no job. My nigga, how you supposed to?
Okay.
He's like, you right.
Okay.
I may
All
have
3 of
keyed.
y'all.
I may have keyed a fleet
Explain
of
to the
cars.
police. They would love for you to walk in there. Frank Lucas, like, come on now. I was about to put my name in. I was like, oh, that's evidence.
Let's call the police. So I didn't found him, y'all. I'm out here
Okay.
seeing cars. So you know which one he's getting away and got a key on it. I did y'all. Now you work for the police.
He still call me
I
to this
marked
day.
these for
That's
y'all.
crazy.
I'm on the team.
Exactly.
Officer Edwards, you understand? Protected, sir.
I was like, boy, you know they would love for you to come on in there. Like,
See,
you,
when
did the BMW, you gotta do the Escalade, do the Escalade, do the old school, do the old school.
Okay.
You gotta, you know what I mean? You can't.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So wait,
No car left behind.
I want to visualize you. When you finish the first car, you just like,
No, I was putting words. It wasn't even no.
You
But
did.
the thing is that this is not even my thing. But like, I'm trying to talk to you and have a conversation. You talking about this car show tomorrow, and I'm like, oh, you distracted. Okay, well, you're not gonna be in that car show no more, baby. So let's go ahead and finish this
Cancel. Plans
conversation.
cancel.
You not. The whole East Side was mad at me. Like we was gonna win versus the West in his car. I'm like,
the whole east
Dad,
side.
give me your car. Why you? The whole East Side was mad at me.
How old were you?
It happens. I was like 23, maybe 22.
Oh, yeah, that's still
Oh, you
good
was
key
still
To
card.
this
young.
day, he still be calling my phone. I'm like, sir.
Were you helping that nigga with his son though?
Okay. Okay.
Jazz, you have anything that's as wild as them, or are you more calm? Or have you never been treated wrong as they have?
I've been treated wrong. I'm just too nice, honestly.
Too nice?
Yeah, I kind of am. So I haven't never done anything like that. I got a lawyer, nigga. That's what I'm doing. I'm sending an email.
That ain't your
Yeah,
I'm sending an email.
that's what I did. I got a lawyer.
Please
quick.
advise, nigga, who you
Yeah.
think you're talking to,
Yeah.
because I ain't the one.
Yeah, I got a Google docu folder of all the shit this nigga did. That's the kind of stuff I do.
Oh my God! All right, next story. This is kind of gross. I'm sorry. Headaches caused by maggots from a weave. All right.
Oh,
How you get what?
I'm gonna tell you. Okay, because this is from the internet. Came on stage. Email. Woman suffers terrible headaches after she is fitted with a human hair weave taken from a corpse that was filled with flesh-eating maggots that burrowed into her skin. Legal assistant Irene Miengo bought a hairpiece from the salon in Nairobi. She was forced to shave her head and take antibiotics after her ordeal. Salon manager says she was fitted with 10 weaves from the same package. So apparently the person who was getting the human hair was getting it off of deceased humans.
That is
That word.
wild.
Karma kind
But
of
she didn't know that. She wasn't like trying to save money buying it that way.
She absolutely knew. Oh, the person who
The
bought the
person
hair?
who bought the hair.
No. She didn't know.
Oh, okay.
She just thought she had you know what I'm saying,
Yeah.
the
I
hair.
mean, you can reuse your bundles a couple times.
But you always wash your bundles before you put
Right.
them in.
But also, it's not gonna be. You can tell used bundles because they're gonna be cut. Like, it's how did she not?
I don't.
I don't know. Y'all are into the weeds, the wefts. I know that's part of it. The wefts.
Yeah, the wefts.
Y'all deep in the wefts. I'm not familiar. I was asking y'all. That's why I put this for the Black Woman episode. Because I don't know how. My wife used to sell hair for a little bit, but it's a tough game.
Yeah.
Oh my
People will get your hair and lie and say they didn't get it.
Yeah.
So she was like, I gotta get off the business. You gotta
Yeah.
almost take a picture with the hair. Like,
Yeah.
the refunds is like $200-$300 worth of hair. I felt like I was
Yeah.
selling a drug. I was dropping off the packages in parking lots. And then nigga, give me that. That's $500. Nigga, what you think I am? This is $300. Nigga. This is premium. Melissa was selling top of the line hair.
Yeah.
So we got out the game. It's cutthroat business.
Y'all got any extra hair laying around?
Want to take a quick break from the show to talk to you about one of our sponsors, EARNIN. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with EARNIN. EARNIN is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $100 per day or up to $750 per pay period. Just download the EARNIN app and verify your paycheck. Then access up to $100 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. Boy, oh boy, could I have used something like this when I was a younger man. One thing goes wrong. One nail in the tire. $75. I don't got it, but I got it. But I ain't going to get it till my paycheck come. But I got to go to work in order to not lose no more money. EARNIN could have helped me get a little bit of access when I needed it. Make EARNIN a part of your financial routine and join EARNIN's over 3.5 million customers who say things like, when I think about EARNIN, I think about financial stability and security. It gives me peace of mind. Download EARNIN today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple Store. When you download the EARNIN app, type "saw this" under podcast. When you sign up, it'll really help the show. Once again, that's "saw this" under podcast. Subject to your available earnings, daily max, and pay period max. See earnin.com/TOS for details. EARNIN is a financial technology company, not a bank. Bank products are issued by Evolve Bank and Trust, member FDIC. Shout them out. And now back to the show. We was doing research. It was crazy. I didn't realize hair
Yes.
weave is that. I was like,
Yes.
nigga.
It's people that
You know
are-
what's crazy?
got
It's so
hella money.
cheap. When I went to Brazil, we was like trying to like come back with hella bundles because it's so cheap over there. But the place was
Really?
closed. We didn't realize it until the last day, and it was like a Sunday, and it was closed. I was like, nigga, we could just change the flight and come back.
Dang.
Because that shit was like $35-$40 a bundle.
Oh,
Yeah, that's
you
good.
Come
coulda
back and
came
sell that
here.
for $200.
People was buying, Melissa was selling $500 and $600 of hair to a person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bruh.
That's easy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I got my limits, but
Yeah.
yeah.
And that's why this lady had maggots. Can you imagine, like, I mean, I
But
probably
like
wouldn't have.
even
You don't feel the first, like, I don't
Right.
understand, because
No.
maggots is kind of big. So the minute I feel anything, I just,
But where did it
How
come
did-
from? Just because the person was dead, like
The people,
how dead? Are they digging up bodies?
no. The
Because-
person, it looks like the person, her source was like, this is human hair. I don't know where they usually got them from, but they had to connect with the morgue, and they was getting the dead people and shaving their head, I guess, after the funeral. You know what I'm saying? Before they close the casket. Let me get that. They took your hair, Keisha, for sure.
Okay.
And Jasmine, you'd have been gone too, because she probably got a little bit, but they would have took
They
yours.
got my old hair.
They cut you died. They cut your hair off and they
they're
sell
not
it.
taking weave. They're taking people's
They
real
were
hair.
taking
and then
human
put it
hair
on the, okay.
and saying
but
it's
what is
human hair.
causing maggots to
That's
Because it
what
was
I'm saying.
because the bodies was rotting.
Yeah, I know, but you wash the bundles. It don't make sense.
Something is off, because maggots don't come to you been in the ground for hella. You're still embalmed and doing above ground. They would have to be digging these bodies up. That's what I'm saying, because when you die, there's no maggots.
Yeah.
There's no
Well, they
maggots
will
in the
find
funeral
you.
I don't know.
If you die untreated,
Yeah, they will
we
find
can get
you.
maggots. Them maggots, they know.
Well, yeah.
Well, maybe they're not embalmed.
Because they
Somebody
come
in
with
the
flies.
Somebody in the comments said it was probably the eggs, and they probably didn't
Oh, then
hatch
they hatch.
until.
Oh.
That kind of makes
That
sense.
makes more sense.
I guess I was wondering, like, where do they start? Like, I don't know.
How this?
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
know flies get in, and then they eat whatever, and then lay eggs. And
Yeah.
that's where the maggots come. They get in your trash or whatever. So maybe the fly ate the dead body and left the thing. Left, and I think Jasmine's right.
Yeah.
If you're not washing that bundle all the way, and that egg's still in there, then it's like, oh, now I got life.
That's so nasty.
Now you got to bust down with a maggot in it.
But then and it burrows through the.
You and you didn't feel no
Yeah,
tickling
how
on
you-
your
that's
scalp.
what I'm
She
saying.
probably was just doing like this. She felt it, but she didn't know. She was just like, yeah.
It's tight.
I got a little cheap. This is. I got a little permanent. Them one of them with 30 right here. I know y'all paying $500. I paid 30 for these. It's a little hot. You know. What I'm
Yeah,
saying?
it's tingly, it's itchy.
But now you bald on account of
Right.
cheap hair.
Now you need a wig. A wig.
Mm.
Oh.
I wouldn't even trust the wig.
Right.
Like,
I just
I'm
rock
good.
my own body.
I ain't rocking no damn baldy. I need hair. Fuck that. Nigga. Can I cuss?
Be your full authentic
Okay.
self. I don't want
I
no.
be thinking about cutting my hair all the time. I just don't know what my head is shaped like.
That's,
you
that's
find
the
out
problem.
when you
for
bald.
me.
You find out.
It's
I'm
low
glad y'all
maintenance.
have the luxury of deciding if you want hair or not.
Well, I've had a shortcut, but like an actual bald. 'Cause I
But
feel
black
like it's low
women
maintenance.
lead the league in bald.
Yeah.
They do be
Yeah.
looking amazing, bald or short. Like I feel I've really never seen.
Zaynab had a bald head. I thought it was really
yeah.
pretty.
Zaynab killed.
Precious look. I love her. with
Precious
her
Precious
hair.
killed too. Paris Sachet.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
No, there's nothing that makes me more angry than a black woman coming out of the barber's chair with waves and a letter that I could never even when I had hair. I'm like, when they get out the chair,
never.
because
Yes.
the grade of their hair,
Yeah.
the way, I mean, it'd be like, nigga, then you taking up a seat and coming out with the best haircut I'm gonna see today,
Yep. Especially
Yeah.
they be getting the
you
lines
need
and
some
the
big
oh,
ones.
Yeah, the little
I love
design
it.
under that. Yeah.
I love it.
bruh. Do it,
Low
Keisha.
maintenance. I can
Low
work out.
maintenance. You
I
can put a
ain't
little
gotta worry
baseball
about
cap on it.
Yeah. I be
Very.
thinking about it.
How low have you ever been?
I had like a short kind of like Halle Berry or whatever you want to call it.
Okay.
Like a
Boomerang
kind
Holly.
of like maybe a little bit more, a little thicker than that. But yeah,
Go bald, Keisha.
my 21st birthday, I cut it
So
all
you need to
off.
fill your head though. Like if you got a big hook.
I do feel like
It looks
it's.
good,
or a
like a
dimple
good
in the
shaped
back.
I
head.
do.
I don't know.
How much of your personality is in your hair?
I feel like none.
Cut it off, man.
Yeah,
See what happens.
we'll see. We'll see.
You gonna get a lot of grand risings.
Okay.
Grand risings going strong.
I don't want the grand rising.
Baby, don't nobody.
I don't want the grand rising. Oh no, I can't do it. Look, that's the last thing I need is to put myself back.
Put yourself back.
Yeah.
You been having some grand risings?
No, but I'm saying I don't need grand risings, kid.
Have y'all ever been tricked into grand rising? Like you didn't know at first, you thought he was not grand rising.
Nah,
then
I
he
feel
hit
like
you
I
with
can
the-
spot them.
No, they say that shit out the gate, so you know it ain't no
Yeah.
hiding. They
Yeah.
say it out the
Immediately.
gate.
Yeah.
That's their favorite.
You can spot them.
Yeah.
It's in the incense
can
around
spot
the
a
house.
grand-
It's
Yeah.
in the-
Queen,
Yeah.
any of them be like,
Any-
here we go.
But can you say queen without being grand rising?
No, I never heard of it.
They come together.
That's
It's a
the
package
secret.
deal.
Yeah, that's gotcha.
Yeah.
Motherfucker, I
As soon as
shoulda
you hear
known
queen,
that.
all right, I'm gonna go ahead and go.
Yeah.
Wrap this on up.
I remember I was in an Uber one time and I was playing with my boy. He's the Grand Rising nigga. And I hit him with the Grand Risings because I used to, mess with him. So when I hung up, the brother was like, "You one of us?" And I was like, "No." He was like, "Cause Dr. Umar." And I was like, "Yeah." You know, because Dr. Sebi, they killed him because they had to cure the eggs. And they got the seafoam. You got the, what's the thing they sell?
The sea moss.
First of
See,
all,
Mom?
no Dr. Savvy will slander. You don't got to be a grand rising to mess with Savvy.
Okay,
Okay,
there you go.
But this is what the guy was saying.
Yeah.
And you know I just Uber on the side. What I really got is the
Sea moss.
Do you know what the benefits of it? I was like, man,
Oh,
I don't know.
Lord.
Sea moss. I got some weaves in the back too.
No
Okay.
maggots.
All right, last story of the day. This was just too funny to me. Man sues himself
Oh my God.
and won. All right, you got to hear this story because I couldn't believe it.
He took it from checking to savings. Go ahead. Just
Okay.
not even doing this. Go ahead.
Interesting case. In 1976, Peter Maxwell went to work at a manufacturing company in Chino, California. I thought they said Ohio. He was showing a new employee how to use a piece of machinery. Unfortunately, the company's VP had repaired the machine using the wrong size bolt, so the head was protruding. Maxwell's sweater got caught on the bolt head, and he was pulled into the device, severely injured, so he decided to sue the company he worked for, which happened to be the company he owned.
Oh.
It led to an interesting lawsuit with one clear lesson for any person looking to start a business. This case was called Maxwell versus Maxwell. Peter Maxwell and his wife owned 95% of the business, with another couple holding the rest. Maxwell paid himself a salary of $10,000 a year as an employee. His injuries prevented him from working for some time, so his wife had to fulfill his role and her own. Even though he was an owner and director of the business, he was also an employee. Therefore, Maxwell was entitled to sue the directors of the company for compensation for his medical expenses and loss of work. The first step was to speak to the company lawyer about the lawsuit, blah, blah, blah. In effect, the company settled out of court and paid him a compensation for loss of work that he also had to approve.
What in the
Damn.
PPP? He thought that he felt because he was suing the business that somehow he thought he was about to come up somehow. I don't know how. I'm still trying to figure that out.
Because technically, if
It
you
makes
are an employee, you can be an employee of a company, and the company has a right to protect its employees, even if the owner is an employee and you have insurance. So technically, if I got hurt here in Kev on Stage Studios, because Kevin Fredericks is not the owner of Kev on Stage Studios, that has its own holding company, I could sue Kev on Stage Studios for my injury. This light fell down.
I swear to God, I was like, I hope this light falls so he can sue.
I could technically sue myself. But my thing is, the point is, my company would have to pay out, so I
Yeah.
would still
So it's still
lose.
gonna
That's
affect
what I
But he
don't
only gets
understand.
$10,000 a year, so
In 1976.
Yeah,
Oh,
this is
well,
76.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and when I said old stories, I thought like 2003.
Okay.
Y'all-
He was like, y'all ain't heard this one yet. I did. This is not
I wasn't
trending.
even alive yet.
Right.
But apparently, like, that's why you have insurance.
Yeah.
Because you out of work, I mean,
Yeah.
it is also just like the most American thing.
Yeah.
We is a sue
Oh.
first
I'm a
society,
sue
man.
company.
Yeah.
We started the episode talking about getting sued. Like,
Okay.
and you can only sue people who have the money to pay you. So he probably knows. He's like, I know we got that insurance.
Yeah.
got that insurance.
No,
I know we can pay. I mean,
Well, yeah, because then
I
he's
sued
got
somebody
loss
before.
of wages, so he need to make that money up
Yeah.
and then make up the medical bills. So have the company pay that. You know what I'm saying?
Aflac.
So it actually gap insurance.
Yeah, it probably made more sense than just taking the money out of the company directly,
Mhm.
I guess.
how long did the company last after that?
The
Right.
article,
I
the
wonder.
rest you had to pay. I was like, first of all, you let me, like, literally, you let me read all that, and then it was like, for the rest, subscribe. I'm out.
Yeah. I know who
the
probably
gist.
got a subscription.
Oh gosh.
Like,
I get the gist of it. I just think it's hilarious that, like, that would never cross my mind.
just-
To see your own company.
No. But I tell you what, man, white people be knowing.
Yeah,
Yes.
they do.
White people know. I would never think, because I'm like, this is going to hurt me, the owner. But he's like, also, I got other owners.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
gonna share in my misfortune.
So, yeah.
Could you imagine we own a company and you're like, so I'm suing
Hey,
us.
just to let you
Like-
know.
I'm suing us.
I need that money,
Yeah.
Kanish.
Like, damn, this, you
So-
already own 95%. Why you need my little 5%?
Oh my gosh, that's crazy.
I'm suing.
I sued somebody before I I don't know if I told the story when I flew out the windshield on the freeway, and one of
No.
the girls in the car sued, and I wasn't even thinking. I was just glad to be alive. Like
Yeah.
they at least about my
Yeah.
parents. Like she ain't make it. Okay, like literally, my brother and my auntie. I was like, I don't know what to do. I was like, oh, he loves me. And the other girl in the car ended up suing,
Mm-hmm.
and she pulled up to school like in a brand new whip, whatever. And we like, she ain't really had no money like that. So we like, and I was like, oh my nigga, you sued. Like I got messed up the words. Like you sued. I was like,
Yeah.
let me get the information. So then
Yes.
it was an easy
Yeah.
case. Then it was just like, hey, I was the other girl in the car. They was like, oh shit, let's just cut her a little check.
Who was
And then I
driving?
found out it was like you could have sued the police department. You could have sued the ambulance. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit, I didn't even know all that.
Wait, what happened in the story? I thought you told us, but I'm not certain.
Me being the nice friend that I am. I leave my house to go to a party with one friend. We go to the mall. We see another friend. She ain't got nobody riding with her. I'm like, okay, I'll ride with you. Then she ends up picking up her other homegirl because she paged her. And I'm like, well, I could have stayed where I was at. And on the ride over, we get into a car accident. So we
Yeah.
never made it to the party.
Okay.
And it was like traffic. So they were saying like I could have sued for negligence because one was trying to leave me out there. Like we about to pack
The
up.
other people in the car?
No, the police.
Oh, okay.
And they technically went looking for me, but they didn't see me. I was kind of like, and then my friend was like, no, and they was like, well, if she flew that far, then she probably did. I was like, damn. So then she described what I had on. She's like, I'm not leaving till y'all get my other friend or whatever. And then this man almost hit me, and then they were like, well, this isn't the girl because I had on a powder blue shirt. I never forget, powder blue Tommy Hilfiger shirt. And it was like dirty at that point because I'd been on the freeway, ate up by mosquitoes for 2.5 hours. So they're like, well, we don't think this hurt, but this is a human being, so y'all still just gonna leave me out here.
Mm.
So anyway, but they had already called my parents on some like, She ain't make it.
They ain't do no
Like,
check.
Right, what?
It was wild.
They
like,
had you like Lil Tay.
my parents jumped up. They already like, where's she at? Because it's like 2 a.m. now, and this is high school. And
Yeah.
they calling everybody, and they're like, well, she ain't never come to the party. And they already like, what's going on? So they dropped my brother off at my auntie house. My brother is like, oh my God. Like, my auntie, like, he come over there and just like couldn't really talk. They get to the hospital in like 5 minutes. The hospital like 45 minutes away. So anyway, long story short, the other girl that was in the car ended up suing. I think she sued our friend's insurance company, the friend that was driving.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even really know. I was just like, oh, you sued?
Girl, you could have sued
Let me get a check.
everybody.
I wasn't even thinking. I literally, when I tell you, I was just like,
Happy to be alive.
yeah, like niggas was like, yeah, we didn't think you was.
But wait, did you end up getting money? Did you actually sue after that?
Yeah, I ended up suing. Yeah, and I got money. But after the fact, I was like, oh, I could have gotten way more because I could have also sued the police department. I could have also sued the ambulance. Like, so.
Yeah.
It
Sucks
was
when
like,
you don't sue when you're supposed to. I'm mad
Yeah.
about it every day.
I didn't know back then. It was just like. my
Keisha, you don't
parents
need to
ain't
drive.
really
So
scammers,
many of
they
your
just
stories are with cars are bad.
I was doing some stuff with Rome and Cam on DT. And everyone is a car story. So
you
people
gotta
be
stop. You need to walk or a scooter, or moped,
Okay.
or a
You need to
hovercraft.
But I
Hover
wasn't even
around.
driving.
It don't matter.
Take
You
the
in
bus.
cars.
You don't
got
ever ask
shot
people
at in the car.
around.
Didn't your dad run
People
over your
get
foot?
shot at my mom.
Your mom ran over your foot. People don't get
That
shot
stuff
at,
happens.
Keisha. That's not many people have been shot at in
Well,
cars.
People get
Yes.
Tupac got shot at in the car. What do you
That's
mean?
person. Regular
But it
people. Have you been
happens.
shot at in the car?
Never.
Kanisha, Amir, you one out of 5 Dennis.
That's only 1 out of 5. Like, I bet you if we had at least
I
3
bet
more
you
people
all
in
people
here.
watching on Patreon, nobody's ever been shot at in a car. If
Anybody
that
been
ain't
shot
Arnold.
at in the car, please leave a gun emoji in the
If you're watching this outside of Patreon on YouTube, leave it in the comments. If you look at all
No,
this
no,
stuff,
Never.
Y'all are not right. You know somebody. If you know somebody.
Oh, the one person who's been shot at has
It's
been
from
it's from
Detroit.
Detroit.
It happens, guys.
Yo, look, it's
It happens.
That's gonna be your emoji now. The gun
gun
emoji.
in the car.
And then I went and got a corned beef sandwich afterwards.
You and this dog on corned beef.
That corned
All
beef
right,
was
this has
slapping.
been I Saw Us on the Internet, the show where we talk about old shows. Today's guests have been Keisha E. That's Keisha_E, right? Or it's Keisha
It's
E.
Keisha.E.
It's Keisha E. Kanisha Webster.
Bus. I'm back.
You're back.
It's,
Hold on.
it's like Mace.
We'll talk about that in the next episode because I got to hear this story.
Okay.
Jasmine W. Follow them on their social media. All funny people on social media. All funny women on
1,
stage
2,
as well.
3.
Equally talented. And we'll see y'all next week.
Bye.